What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Zebulon Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah. And y'all, the Indiana Fever have fired head coach Christie Sides after 2 seasons. And I think this is a very interesting decision by the Indiana Fever because I think Christie Sides is a good coach. I thought she established a culture and an identity for that team, for the organization, which is something that the Indiana Fever desperately needed, y'all, especially when you consider all the young players that they have on this team. I think when you're a young player, man, you need to have a head coach that's no nonsense, that's really tough, that's hard on you. That's what Christie Sides was, the head coach, y'all. And then, I mean, this season was a major success for the Indiana Fever. They started the season 1-8, y'all. They looked like they were going to be one of the worst teams in the league yet again. But then they end up winning 20 games and making the playoffs for the first time since 2016. So I really don't know why the Indiana Fever would fire Christie Sides after, this successful season that she just had. Y'all, I think that the Indiana Fever, they're looking at her and they're like, okay, she's a good coach, but we think we can get an even better coach. We think we can bring in a coach in here that can lead us, maybe to a potential championship run next year. The thing I would tell the Indiana Fever, though, is, y'all, that's very dangerous, though, because you don't just get rid of a good coach, man, without having a plan in place. So hopefully they have a plan in place. Hopefully they're able to get the coach that they want. Because if they're not, y'all, then what was the point of firing Christie Sides, right? You should have kept her, and she just led you to 20 wins. She just led you to your first playoff appearance since 2016. So, again, I always say this, do not fire a good head coach unless you feel like you have an even better coach that's already said, yeah, I'm willing to be your head coach, y'all. Because if they don't have that, then there was no point of firing Christie Sides. Good thing is, though, for the Indiana Fever, man, they have a really good young core. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, man. I mean, I think they're going to be one of the best duos in the WNBA for years to come. They also have really good, supporting players around them like Lexi Hall, Delissa Smith, who I think they could trade, but she's a solid player. Christy Wallace, Grace Berger, and also Erica Willer come off the bench. So I do like what the Indiana Fever team has, y'all. This is a team, if they continue to make the right moves in free agency, and the first move they have to make is making sure they re-sign Kelsey Mitchell, because Kelsey Mitchell is one of the best scoring guards in the WNBA, so they have to do that. But if they're able to, add some more perimeter defense to this team, y'all, I mean, yeah, the Indiana Fever could definitely be a championship contending team next year, but now they need a head coach, y'all. And I think the coach that the Indiana Fever are targeting is Connecticut Sun head coach Stephanie White. And y'all, this would be kind of ironic if Stephanie White ends up becoming the next head coach of the Indiana Fever, because she was the head coach for the Indiana Fever, during the 2015 to 2016 seasons. I think Stephanie White is one of the best coaches in the WNBA, y'all. And if the Indiana Fever are able to convince her to come back home to Indiana, I mean, my goodness, this team, again, if they make the right moves for agency, they should be one of the best teams in the WNBA next year, and they should be a legit championship contender, y'all, because, I mean, by then, you have one of the best coaches in the league. You have two of the best young stars in the league, and Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. You would also have Kelsey Mitchell back, and then you would still have, again, Delissa Smith, Erica Willer, Christy Wallace, and Grace Berger coming off your bench for you. So I think this Indiana Fever team will be a very, very, very great team next year, y'all. But again, if they want Stephanie White, which I think they do, man, I really hope, y'all, they have already communicated with her that they would like her to be their next head coach, man. Because if they haven't, y'all, I'm telling you, the Indiana Fever might end up hiring like Kirk Miller. And I think right now, Christie Sides is a better head coach than Kirk Miller. Honestly, I believe that. Even though Kirk Miller, I mean, his track record is amazing. But I think right now, y'all, Christie Sides is a better head coach. And there will be a lateral move. So, again, Indiana Fever fans, you better hope your organization has already talked to Stephanie White and she's in agreement of becoming the next head coach. Obviously, right now, she's still the head coach of the Connecticut Sun, but there's a strong chance, y'all, that her and the Connecticut Sun are probably going to end up going to separation. I do think the Connecticut Sun are getting ready to rebuild, but again, even if though she ends up getting fired, y'all, from the Connecticut Sun, they end up parting ways, that does not mean she's going to want to come to the Indiana Fever. So I just hope the Indiana Fever already have this planned out. It kind of seems like they do, y'all. I mean, I don't really know why they would just fire Christie Sides, especially why would they wait? I mean, the Indiana Fever, their season ended last month, September 25th. So their season ended a month ago. Why would you wait that long to fire Christie Sides. It almost seems like they plan on doing this, but again, why would you wait that long to fire her if you don't have a plan in place, y'all? So I do think, man, they're gonna end up hiring Stephanie White, and if they're able to do that, man, this Indiana Fever team is gonna be dangerous, y'all. And they're gonna be a legit contender in 2025. But if they're not able to do that, they're going to be the exact same team that they were this year. And this can end up being a really big failure for them. So there I have it, man. That was another episode of the Zayman Law Sports Podcast. Remember, y'all, labs good messages. So what? Make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm going to end it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.